Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. In this video we are going through how you unlock all 3 of the Unforgivable curses, also known as the Dark Arts. We are going to be starting this one off with Crucio, then we'll look at Imperio, then finally Avada Kedavra. So we are going in the order you will unlock them as you make progress in the game. And we're going to jump straight into it. So this is Crucio. The first thing you need to do is progress far enough into the main story quests until you have completed the High Keep. Once you have done that quest, you will get an outpost from Sebastian, and you want to go and start Sebastian's quest. Once you have started, you'll meet up with Ominous, and you will go down into Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but you start off in the entrance, which is like a maze, a puzzle, and there are going to be puzzle doors. It's a secret room in the Hogwarts castle. In order to unlock these puzzle doors, what you need to do is look on the gate itself, like the door. Have a look at the symbols. Some of them will be a little bit scratched out, but you can kind of have a look to the side and you can basically make out what that symbol is. Then all you need to do is find the right mechanism, the ones that have the snake sitting on top of them. Then all you've got to do is move your left stick and your right stick to match up the symbols, and the gates will open. Eventually, you are going to come into this room where there is a door that is blocked off, and there is bones laid out on the floor that spell out Crucio. So you do some talking between Ominous and Sebastian, and you eventually learn the Crucio Unforgivable curse. Then what you need to do is carry on making progress, finish off that quest, and then you have full access to using Crucio. It's a very, very cool spell. You cast it on your enemies and it just causes agony. If you go into your talent trees and you go into the Dark Arts, you can learn to deal more damage to cursed targets. When you inflict Crucio on an enemy, it's going to curse them. So while they are cursed, for an example, if you take Blood Curse, dealing damage to a cursed target inflicts damage to all cursed targets. So if you use Crucio on 3 different enemies and then start dealing damage to one of them, all 3 of them are going to take damage. You can get this really buffed up, but that is how to unlock Crucio, the first of 3 unforgivable curses in Hogwarts Legacy. So in order to unlock Imperio, what you need to do is make enough progress into the main story so that you progress the seasons and it becomes winter. Then when it's winter, it's going to be snowing and everything, and what you want to do is play enough of the side quests. Always follow Sebastian. Sebastian's quests, whenever they pop up, do them, because progressing his storyline is going to be what unlocks the Dark Arts or the Unforgivable curses. And eventually he will contact you and give you a quest called In the Shadow of Time. And what you're going to do is start that quest. You're going to have to go and meet Sebastian outside of a catacomb. Then what you do is make your way into the catacomb, start making your way through it. There's a few different puzzles and stuff in here. There are doors that you can open with the pulso. There are piles of bones that you pick up and put in a certain spot to build an archway and open up a door. There are a few, but you will eventually learn Imperio, and Imperio is the spell or the curse that basically grants the caster control over the person or the creature's mind. So with Crucio, you cause absolute agony to your enemies, and it curses them so in the game they take more damage. Then with Imperio, for an example, in the catacomb, I started controlling these spiders. I went for the biggest of the bunch, the biggest, most badass spider. And that way, they are essentially, for a limited time, on your team. They start attacking, they're basically friendly fire. They start attacking other spiders. So there's not much to this spell whatsoever in terms of what you have to do to unlock it or learn it. It's just about progressing the main storyline, following Sebastian's quests, and eventually you'll go into this catacomb with Sebastian to find some more information based on what he's trying to do through his storyline. And he will teach you Imperio, and it's an amazing spell in this game. As soon as I left here doing other missions and quests and stuff, I was using Imperio left, right and centre, getting all the goblins to attack each other. It's so much fun to use this. But that was a look at how to unlock Imperio, the second of the 3 unforgivable curses in Hogwarts Legacy that you can learn. And make sure that if you do want to learn the Dark Arts, you want to learn these unforgivable curses, make sure you choose the right option through the dialogue, because you will get a choice to learn these or to ignore them. I mean, realistically, everyone should learn them, in my opinion, because even if you learn them, you don't have to use them. You can just not put them on your spell set or in your spell set. But with how powerful they are, how fun they are to use in the game, I highly recommend at least trying them. If you've got the deluxe edition, or if you purchase the Dark Arts pack, you get access to a Dark Arts battle arena, so you can try them before you reach that point in the story anyway, and you can see what they're like and if you want to ever use them. With Avada Kedavra, you get it very, very late in the game. And when I say that, I don't mean like 2/3 of the way through or anything like that. I got this after a mission I had completed, a main story quest that left only 3 in the game. So after I completed this, there are 3 main story quests left, and that is it. This is such a late spell to unlock. And when you get the outpost through for this, it's called In the Shadow of the Relic, you are going to have to go and speak to Ominis, and you need to meet Ominis at the Catacomb, where you've previously been in Sebastian's storyline. The outpost took a little while to come through after completing the main story quest. That main story quest was called Lodgok's Loyalty. But what you do is you go and speak to Ominis. You're then going to have to enter the Catacomb. And once you're in there, there's going to be a lot of Inferi that you have to defeat. For those of you unaware about Inferi, you have to use something like Confringo to, like, basically they're invulnerable to attacks until you set them on fire. So I use Confringo, then you can start dealing damage to them. And there are quite a few that you have to fight in this mission. And the suggested level for this one is 28, so you've got to be quite a high level. And I know there are quite a few people out there that don't understand that the levels in this game are tied to the challenges. So when you're looking up field guide pages, when you're out doing combat and defeating different enemy types or archetypes or whatever, when you're doing the Merlin trials, when you're popping balloons on your broom, all those sorts of things are going to tie to, like, once you complete the challenges, they tie to your level. You earn XP from those. So level 28, right at the end of the main story, there are literally 3 missions left after. You speak to Ominis, you go through the Catacomb, and then I'm not going to ruin what happens in the Catacomb, but eventually you're going to leave the Catacomb with Sebastian. You're going to go outside, and that is when Sebastian is going to offer to teach you Avada Kedavra. There's going to be 2 options with this one. I believe there are with the other 2 as well. And you have to choose that, yes, everyone should know the killing curse of Avada Kedavra. Once you do that, you go through the pattern, you learn the spell, and then you have the killing curse, which is fantastic in this game. Now that I've got all of the unforgivable curses and stuff, I'm looking into putting some builds together, using some of the best spells. There will be a dark build, but I'm also going to be using other spells as well. I'm not just going to focus on the unforgivable curses. But when you are using Avada Kedavra, there are Dark Arts talents that are going to help you out a lot. For an example, the very first one in the talent tree, bottom right, is Blood Curse. Dealing damage to a cursed target inflicts damage to all cursed targets. But then you have Enduring Curse. A cursed effect remains on an enemy for a longer period of time. Then you've also got Crucio Mastery. Striking an enemy cursed by Crucio releases a projectile that curses a nearby enemy. So that's like a 2-for-1 cursing your enemies. And then at the very top left-hand side, you've got Avada Kedavra Mastery. Killing an enemy with it kills all cursed enemies. And there are other spells and stuff you can use to curse enemies. You can even do it with Stupefy. So essentially, you go around with Avada Kedavra, and I mean, it's the killing curse. You can instantly kill giant trolls and stuff as well. But you go around with this unforgivable curse, you curse a load of enemies using Crucio and Imperio. Then what you do is unleash Avada Kedavra, and every cursed enemy is going to die. You can wipe out entire groups with this thing. It is so powerful. So yeah, you need to make it really, really far into the story for this one. You need to get to the mission in the Shadow of the Relic, which unlocked for me after Lodgok's Loyalty, and it's got a suggested level recommendation of 28. And that was a look at how you unlock all 3 of the unforgivable curses in Hogwarts Legacy. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this game in the comments, and check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.